Hi there, this is Matt Montgomery, sales agronomist here at Burris. We wanted to take just a moment to talk to you about an interesting feature associated with MyFarms. That interesting component is your ability to watch rainfall data. Now, before we get started, we should familiarize you just a little bit more with what MyFarms is. MyFarms is an online program that helps you as a grower come up with a planting plan. So it's helping you come up with a population plan. It's helping you come up with a product selection plan to pick out the right hybrid, the right fit for your farm. You set up an account using one of our RSMs to help you do that. You own the information that's on that account. It's nobody else's but yours. You provide information in your field about the soil type, about the equipment that you're using, about the management practices that you engage in, about the different pests that you tend to battle on your farm. And once you've entered that information, MyFarms will then look at the data set that we've provided based off of our testing program. It will combine that information and it will generate a hybrid selection, something that best fits the situation you just described. Now, one of the interesting components also associated with this is that rainfall component. Let's get started talking about that. You can see here across the top of the screen are several different tabs. The one we're interested in today is reports. There are several filters. You can filter it down by farms or fields on the left-hand side here, but let's just go in and click on reports. There are several different types of reports that are available to you. We're interested in the rainfall one for today. I've actually already entered myself as an operator. That's one of the filters you can set up. I've already set up a farm, which is here at Burris. I've already set up a field, one of our plots here at Burris. And then one of the other filters you can do is you can pick out the window of data that you look at. You can pick out a starting date on the calendar. You can pick out an ending date on the calendar. It's going to generate daily rainfall totals, and then it's going to give you the accumulation over a period of time. Now, how can this prove useful? If you're a fairly large operator, you have an operation that's spread over quite a bit of territory, you might, for instance, be able to use this data set to help you figure out if maybe there was some rainfall last night and you don't need to be moving equipment to that farm. Another thing you might be able to do with this data set, you might be able to talk about applying a herbicide and then figuring out if you have a rain fastness issue. You might be able to look at, for instance, a hybrid that you're worried about when it comes to gray leaf spot and look at the overall moisture trend across a period of time and see if you're setting up a scenario that might cause some gray leaf spot problems, increase your need for scouting, increase your need for fungicides. One thing we should mention is that if you want some real accurate data, and if you want to help us generate even more accurate data, you might consider becoming a cooperator in this system, putting out the gauges and measurements that help us get some really better data sets, help us get some more points on the page so that we can come up with really specific information about rainfall across large geographic regions.